The world of trading, as we mentioned before, is full of powerful strategies that yield respectable profits. Today, God willing, we will start a new detailed educational series, as you requested earlier, for one of the most famous and powerful strategies. All you need to do is master it to see the expected results and profits. It's the SK system strategy. But I have a simple condition to continue this educational course to the end, which is to see your interaction with the course videos. So let's get this video to 100 likes so I can release the second episode of this course. Of course, to understand the strategy, you first need to grasp its essence. Therefore, we will review a number of points, including the history of the SK system strategy, who is behind it, as well as some of the tools and basics that we will need. So, what is the SK system strategy? What is its history? The SK system is simply a trading strategy or system that works for all different markets. This strategy and system were developed by a man named Stephen Kaysen, who chose the name SK as an abbreviation of his name. He began developing this strategy in 2014, roughly 10 years ago. Here is a brief overview of the strategy's history. For reference, this is the official website of the academy that teaches this strategy. What tools will you need to learn this strategy? First, this strategy, as is well known, relies heavily on Fibonacci tools. Therefore, we will first need the Fibonacci retracement. Click the favorites icon here to add it to your list of easily accessible tools. The second tool we'll need is the Fibonacci extension tool, which is directly below the Fibonacci extension tool. The third tool we'll need is the Elliott wave corrective pattern. Finally, we'll need a rectangle to draw entry and correction zones. Okay, now, what settings should I use for these indicators and how do I draw them? After drawing the Fibonacci tool, click on the gear icon located here. Next, specify these settings as you've created them and be sure to respect the colors so they don't get mixed up. And contemplate it. Now, pause the segment and set these settings on the Fibonacci retracement. Complete the segment after entering these settings. This shows us these important levels from the Fibonacci tool in yellow. We'll go through it. So, after delving into the next episodes, the second tool we'll be using is the Fibonacci extension. This extension is based on 3 points. You need to select 3 points, like this, and then this extension will be drawn automatically. As for the settings for which we should place this indicator, we click on the gear icon as it is, and then set these exact settings respecting these colors. To avoid confusion, scroll down to ensure that the levels are activated and that they are not value but rather percentage, meaning percentage. Then click OK to use these colors. The indicators click here at the bottom in template, click Save As and give this template a name, for example SK or something similar, so that it can draw automatically. Fibonacci extensions are always the same without changing them over and over again. For corrective Elliott waves, they help us determine the points we'll draw from. To draw our resulting film extension tool, we will go through this when we delve deeper into the upcoming episodes of the strategy. The most important point today is how to correctly draw Fibonacci levels, especially in a bull market. First, we identify market waves. For reference, if you click on the favorites icon below, all the tools you've added to your favorites list will appear. First, I'm going to identify Elliott waves. We'll learn how to identify them. We now have an uptrend. I have a point here, a point here, a point B, and a point C, which we'll identify later. Here, we'll first identify the market waves. Next, we'll draw the Fibonacci retracement, the bottom to top Fibonacci retracement. In the case of an uptrend, from the bottom to the top to the last point. This way, we draw a Fibonacci retracement. For your information, we're not going into the strategy in depth now. We're just learning how to draw Fibonacci levels. Okay, Fibonacci extensions are drawn the same way, based on these 3 identified points. This is the first point, this is the second point, and this is the third point. I have drawn the Fibonacci extension. These are the important levels for us. For the Fibonacci extension, that's all for this clip. I don't want to take any more of your time. See you for the next episode after this clip reaches the 100 likes we agreed upon.